Your apology means nothing. We don't accept your apology, man. On behalf of all blacks, Latinos, and indigenous people, we do not accept your apology. Why? Because you must pay for slavery. Drop that. Give me Exodus 21. You must pay for slavery. The Pope, you believe in the Bible, don't you? I'm the Pope. I'm sure the Catholic Church believes in the Bible. Well, let's see what the Bible says. He apologized. We're going to see what the Bible says. The Bible says when you enslave people, you must apologize. Maybe there's a verse in the Bible that says that. That verse I saw, there a verse. Any Christians out here? Is there a verse in the Bible that says when you enslave people, you must apologize? We need that verse. We need that verse. Bring any version of the Bible. Read what you got. Verse 16. Exodus 21. You mean Exodus 21, 16, man. What we are talking about here today, man. The Pope, Leo XIV, he recently apologized for the Catholic Church role in the enslavement of God's chosen people. The real Jews, according to the Bible, man, the so-called Negroes, so-called West Indians, the Haitians, the Dominicans, Guatemala to Panama, Puerto Rico, Cubans, the North American Indians, the Seminole Indians, Argentina to Uruguay, Columbus, Mexican, man, Colombian, Slovakia. He apologized for the Holy See's role in enslaving God's chosen people. Well, according to the Bible, that's not what you should do. Let me show you what the Bible said, Pope Leo XIV. Let me show you what the Bible said. Read.
Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. And he that stealeth a man.
He that do what?
And he that stealeth a man.
And that's what they did to us, man. That's what they did to us. That's what the papal bull allowed Portugal to do. That's what the papal bull allowed Spain to do. It created the environment for friends to come and say, what? I need a piece of this pie. That's what France did in the 1600s. They came to Hispaniola and said, we need a piece of this. We need a piece of this cake right here. We need a piece of enslaving God-chosen people. Because we need sugar. We need sugar, and we are too lazy. White people are lazy, man. Black men, always remember that. White people are lazy. They want to put that label on black men and black women. Meanwhile, you're walking with the lazy bastard right here. That's your supervisor. He is lazy. He's lazy. He's so lazy, he will enslave you just to make his coffee. He will enslave you just to get sugar to put in his coffee, man. White people are lazy, man. A Jewish man is lazy. He will hire you and pay you pennies on the dollar just to turn the light on for him on the Sabbath, man. Because of his misunderstanding of the scriptures, because it don't belong to him. Exactly, man. Exactly, man. That's why he got the stock market, man. Because he's a lazy bastard, man. Black man, black woman, never forget that, man. You are God's chosen people, and white people are lazy. They are of the devil, man. Right. This is why Pope Leo XIV apologized for slavery. We accept your apology. Right. We must pay. We must pay for enslaving God's chosen people. You must pay for the gentrification of Brooklyn, of Harlem, the Bronx, the whole America. White people gentrified America, man. You must pay for this. You must pay. Read.
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand.
If you steal a man, if you enslave a man and sell him to another group of people, what will happen?
He shall surely be put to death.
He shall surely be unalive, man. You must be unalive for what you did to the Jamaicans. It must happen. You must be unalive for what you did to the North American Indians, man. For what you did to the Seminole Indians. For what you did to the Arawak Indians, to the Taino Indians. You must be unalive. You can't apologize for this. You can't apologize for your role in destroying God's chosen people, man. Let me tell you how diabolical the Christian church is, man. Let me tell you how diabolical the Roman Catholic Church is, man. In 1825, after Haiti gained its independence from France, guess what France did, man? They imposed indemnity on the Haitians, man. What this means? The Haitians had to pay France for loss or damaged property. The Haitians, let me say it again. The Haitians in 1825, France imposed indemnity on us to pay the French for loss or damaged property, man. The Roman Catholic Church created an environment for a group of white people after their slaves who they were oppressing, who they were raping, who they were unaliving. After we rebelled against slavery, then we had to pay the slave master. We had to pay him because the slave master lost. The slave master lost their employees who were working for free. Back then, we were called slaves. Later on, they changed our name to cultivators. That's what they did, man. We were working for free, and we are still working for free to this day, man. You don't believe me? Give me Haggai chapter 1, verse 6, man. Give me the book of Haggai chapter 1, verse 6. We are still working for free till this day, man. We are still being oppressed till this day. That money that you work, that money you work for is enough for you to survive, man. It's enough for you to survive. White people, they got time to go. Right now, they're trying to create data center in the moon. That's how much time the white man have in his hands. How much time you have in your hand, black man, Hispanics, and Native Indians? How much time you have in your hand, man? Do you have time to build nuclear bombs? Go to the table of contents, you can find it. Do you have time to build nuclear bombs? Do you have that time? Do you have time to explore space? Do you have that time, man? Haggai chapter 1, verse 6, man. You don't have time, man. Even our elders, man. I see sometimes, man, I see our elders, man, 70-year-old man, 70-year-old woman, and they still got a part-time job, man. They are still slaving. Why? Because that little Social Security money they get is not enough. It's not enough. They can't even pay their rent with that little Social Security. So guess what they got to do? They got to find a job. That's what we were doing back then. We are still doing that today. At 70 years old, 70 years old, you done work 50 plus years. Since you was 14, you've been working for the white man. Since you was 14, and at 70, you still got to work just to survive. We are still being oppressed today. And the Catholic Church is responsible. The Holy See is responsible. Your Christian pastor is responsible. Why? Because your Christian pastor is working for the devil. Who is the devil? The white man, the Pope, your Christian pastors, Donald Trump. They are the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Read that from me.
Haggai chapter 1, verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little.
We've sown much, man. That was us back in the 1400s, man. We've sown much, man. We've sown much. Let me tell you something about the Caribbean, man. We were bringing so much coffee, so much sugar cane, so much cacao to these Europeans, man. That's how they became such a superpower. All of them. France, Spain, Portugal, England. Why you think they got so rich? Why? Because their slaves were doing what? Read.
Sold much.
Their slaves sold much. And then what?
And bring in little.
And they brought in little to themselves. Why? Because everything went to France. Everything else went to Spain and Portugal and England. That's why in America, that's why, because we've sown much, but we bring in little for ourselves.
Every now and again, I watch CNBC, right? And they have something called a quarterly earnings. All the corporations, every single last one, their quarterly earnings is 100 million this month, 50 million the other month. IBM brought in this amount. SpaceX brought in that amount. Tesla did this, Tesla did that. Google brought in this amount. But the employees, the amount they're bringing in is the millions. But the employees are working for $30 an hour.
Right.
Compared to the company bringing in $100 million every 3 months.
That's right.
That's crazy. The company, the workers so much.
Right.
How you go again? The company, read it again.
Yeah, you have so much.
Right. So the workers for that company, they so much.
Right.
But the earnings is what?
And bring in little.
All that much that the workers brought to the company, they sold a lot of money. They sold millions of dollars for some white man's corporation. Right. But their paychecks can barely pay the rent.
Right.
Clap it up for our preacher prophet, man. Exactly, man. This is history, man. And guess what? We are living this history today, man. Black man, black woman, Hispanics and Native Indians, this is your life today, man. Right. We've sown so much, and we bring in so little, man. So little we bring in, man. We can't even spend time with our families, man. We gotta wait for the weekend, man. That's how it was during colonial time. That's how it was. You had Sunday. Why you think black people, Hispanic, love Sunday so much? Because that's where you got a break. You got that break for what? To go worship white Jesus. To make sure that you are passive and docile and see the white man not for who he is, but as your Lord and Savior. We are still enslaved today, man. This is why the ISUPK is important, man. Because without the ISUPK, what your Christian is gonna say, we accept the Pope apology. That's what we're waiting for this. We are waiting for the next pastor who's going to say, we accept the Pope apology, so we could make we could make an example out of him. Let me use that word. We could make an example out of that pastor, man. Because we do not accept the Pope apology, man. We don't accept it.
Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK had nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left.
Come on, what's your name? Our forces have been devastated. The enemy is at the edge of the village.
How long will you be the punk for the white man? How long will you be the store runner and the doctor for a white man? How long, black man? The white man gotta fight each other. Meanwhile, he's on all the brownstones. You gotta live with your aunt. You gotta go to HRA and beg. We gotta get that food stamps. We gotta go to see if we can get a 2010E to make sure we retarded enough to get some housing. We gotta do all that, show all the jobs we searching for, everything else, black man. Black man, the white man has destroyed us so much, we have to beg for housing. If you see the average black man in New York City, they don't live by themselves. They gotta get some help. And I'm not knocking, I'm a black man here too. I'm telling you from experience, you need some help. Either you live with your mama or your aunt, or some broad that's gonna kick out whenever you make them mad enough. You understand, your grandmother, or you living in some transitional home, down in Eugene house, or over in the Phoenix house and everything else. You understand? Living all in the single room occupancies, all stuff like that. We need help, black man, and let me tell you why we need that help. Because the white man came to Harlem and said, this is a good place to put heroin at. This is a good place so I can get these niggas to shoot up heroin. And then I can pick a few selected black men and I can make them kingpins. I can make them getting money niggas. You know, get some fur coats and some chains and get all the women and all of that. Meanwhile, they were used as pit bulls and German shepherds to destroy the community. You understand? Instead of wearing it as a badge of honor that you did 12 years for selling cocaine, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed. That's not a badge of honor. That's not a badge. You will have a label as a traitor. That's what you are. You're worse than a snitch. You understand? A drug dealer is on the same level as a snitch. A drug dealer is on the same level as a pedophile, as a rapo. You on the same list. You understand? See, we don't old school niggas. We don't like smack being served in the neighborhood. You understand? We're against all of that. You understand? We don't like drug dealers. You understand? We don't like all of that. Because you destroyed my family. You understand? If we had a choice to round you all up and get you the hell out of Harlem. You know why? Because my mother's gone because of you. My father's in prison because of you. My brother's gone because of you. And you think you hot stuff walking around with your Louis Vuitton on, I would rip it off your back if I could. Because you, that is blood on your hands. You understand? You got my mother's blood on that shirt. You got my brother's blood on that shirt. All on your laces, on your brand new uptowns you wear. You understand? Those are mine. You understand? For all of my hungry nights, for all of my brothers' hungry nights. You understand? For all of the brothers' lonely nights. For everybody.
Oh, sign Christ. Clap it up, man. Sign Christ. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakatam. Yahweh Shema Alatam Ba'ashem Yahushua. I am priest and officer of 5,000 Yatazar Lo Yah in the ISUPK under commanding General Yohana. The ISUPK, we've started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We have been in these streets ever since 1969, man. Before the internet, we've been in the streets to teach Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians the truth according to the Bible. And what is this truth? The truth is that we are God's chosen people, man. Right. We are the real Israelites, and you're going to hear this over and over again. We are not going to stop teaching that Blacks, Latinos are the real Jews of the Bible. And right. Why? Because our oppressors, the devil that the Bible speaks of, they've tried to erase our identity, man. And it is not going to happen. Why? Because the Most High is going to ensure that the truth prevail. And in the ISUPK, we are doing exactly that. Teaching our people the truth so that the world could know who the people who are supposed to rule over them are. And these are the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans. Somehow, everyone that China, that Russia, that America, that France, that Canada hates, everyone that the superpowers of this world hate, even the Arabs, man. Even when you see America at war with the Arabs, guess what they have in common with the Arabs? They hate niggas. That's right. Both of them. Nations, they have one thing in common, man. They all hate us. They all conspire against us. Go ahead, Pete.
Oh, no, we dropping it so heavy on that September 11th.
Good.
You know what I mean? I used to listen to talk radio a lot. They was like, can you unalive those sand niggas? That's what they were saying. Can you unalive those sand niggas? A lot.
God, no sweat, no sweat. All right, so this is why the ISUPK is imperative, man. Today we're going to talk about the destruction of Haiti, right? How the U.S., France, and Canada. I didn't want to make it too long, so I just stuck with the U.S. and France. All right, how they destroyed Haiti. Canada was once called Little France. All right, New France. All right. Canada was once called New France. So we're going to talk about Canada as well in this class. So the title is How the U.S. and France Destroyed Haiti, 200 Years of Interference. Right now, you can see in the news that Haiti is all over the news, man. All over the news. Everyone is talking against the Haitians, right? Donald Trump is against the Haitians. Right now, they are firing Haitians who've been on TPS, who've been working in the United States for forever. You know, matter of fact, type this article real quick. Put Mamdani. You know, the new mayor of New York City put Mamdani firing Haitians. So they're getting rid of these Haitians, right? Who are our brothers. I am Haitian myself. All right. I am from the tribe of Levi, like Moses was from the tribe of Levi, man. The Haitians are a special people. Even though America is trying to teach the world that we are nothing, even though Donald Trump is trying to teach the world that we are a ish whole country, Haiti is not an ish whole country. You know why? Because the land of Haiti have a special people that inhabits it. And people that inhabits the land of Haiti are God's chosen people. All right, the tribe of Levi out of the Bible, man. The new mayor, all right, let's see real quick what they doing to the Haitians, man. It is something that is diabolical that the United States of America is doing right now to the people that help its economy. All right. Black Americans help the economy of the United States of America, and we can see how they treat our brothers, so-called Black Americans. Mexicans help the economy of the United States of America, and we can see how they've treated the Mexicans for years. And they are doing the same things to the Haitians today, right? Somehow we all go through the same pain and suffering, Protestant. We all go through it. There was a time, right, back in the 80s, because I study history, you know, in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yahada, we study history. What you see that's happening in the news today with Haiti and Mexico, how they are the image of criminality, right? Donald Trump, he went through his entire campaign denigrating the Mexicans, denigrating the Haitians, letting these people know we're going to get rid of these Mexicans, we're going to get rid of these Haitians. Why? Because we need to make America great again. Well, guess what? At one point, you know who was the face? It was Colombia. It was Colombia.
That's right.
You know, Colombia was going through it at one point.
That's right.
You know, Nicaragua, you know, with Reagan. I mean, you have to study history so you can see the devil's trick, man. These are the snares that the devil put in our communities so we can fight each other, man. When you see that these devils, man, these whitey people are denigrating Haitians and they have their puppets, you know, in our ears trying to convince Black Americans and everyone else to hate the Haitians, you have to understand, man, we got a violation already, Paratazar. We in live 5 minutes. Your live is flagged for hate speech.
What?
Hateful behavior. Repeated violations could result in your live being discontinued. Man, let me submit a feedback.
A victim. You talk
victim. You can't talk
about a victim
against oppression. You can't. You just have to take it. You know.
Oh,
my live does not contain the this. Yeah, let me submit this. All right.
So it's like we got 5 minutes.
It says it's restricted for some audience. Type good live, man. I don't know what we got to type. This is a live about love. Put that in the comment. Maybe TikTok, you know, will recognize that we're not talking about hate speech over here. This is crazy. We ain't
talking about history.
Yeah, we ain't been live for 5 minutes. This is crazy. Did you find it? Read that for me real quick. All right, we're gonna read this article and then we're gonna go through the history, man. All right, I'm going to try to do this in 2 hours. We're gonna go over 200 years of history dealing with how the United States and France have been destroying Haiti. Go ahead, read that.
Con. We got the Metro, New York newspaper. Dozens of Haitians, NYC workers fired after loss of TPS as Danny Mamdani point figures at Trump administration.
Right, go down. So they firing dozens, really hundreds of Haitians, and it's going to result in thousands of Haitians because the amount of Haitians that are working in the healthcare industry, that are working in the city. They have city jobs. These people, they are numerous, all right? Because we've been here since, what, 2004, 2010, after the earthquake in Haiti. So it's a lot of our people, a lot of Haitians that are working, and they have this temporary status, which allow them to really help the United States of America's economy, because these people are not illegals. They're not criminals. They are working and they are paying taxes, all right? And it helps the economy of the U.S. Read that.
Okay. Dozens of Haitian municipal workers were fired by the city following the U.S. Supreme Court decision allowing the Trump administration to pull their temporary protection status.
All right, so now they pulled a temporary protected status. Now, remember this, right? TPS, it stands for temporary protected status. Now, a lot of these MAGA, I'm going to be careful with my words. A lot of these MAGA devils, let's use this word, right?
Supporters.
A lot of these MAGA supporters, they focus on the T. They focus on the temporary, but they're not focused on protected, right? Protected status. There is a reason why the United States of America allow them this temporary protected status. It is for them to be protected. Protected from what? Protected from what the United States of America created in Haiti. That's really why these Haitians are in the United States of America, because they are being protected by the oppressor from the condition that the oppressor created in the first place. I know it's crazy to think of it like that, but this is the reality. This is the reality, because they destroyed Haiti, and then they come and say, you know what? Look at you Haitians. Look at how destroyed you are. I'm going to allow you to come to my country, all right? And I'm going to give you temporary protected status. I'm going to protect you from this chaos that I created in your country in the first place. Keep going.
And Salaki, sir. And that's when they say, yo, we have these jobs to give you.
Right.
So when you come over here, you know what I'm saying? Now we have a workforce to fill that void, because guess who's not working? White women is not working. You know what I'm saying? White men is not working in those healthcare fields.
Right.
That's why you always see what? You know what I'm saying? Caribbean, Haitians in those fields, because white women ain't doing that.
And they're lazy.
And they're lazy. Yeah, and they're lazy.
Even when they are in this workforce, they're not coming to work on time. They're calling out. They're on drugs. They're not working.
They're on drugs.
You know, it will take 5 of them to do the work that one Haitian will do. You know, so these white employers, they're looking at it like, man, we need to get rid of these white people. You know, let's get some Haitians in here, because the Haitians work. You know, that's how they look at it. Right. All right, keep going.
And Salaki, and Mayor Zoran
Mandani.
that's fine. Zoran Mandani, City Zoran Mandani admitted Monday there's nothing he can do about it.
There's nothing he can do about it. All right, nothing he can do about it. Now let's go to some history. All right, 1804, Haiti gained its independence. All right, we fought the last battle November 1803. We declare our independence. We made the proclamation in November 1803. January 1st, 1804, we declare Haiti independent. All right, I'm going to read a little bit of the Declaration of Independence, right? And then I'm going to show you exactly all the measures that the United States of America, France, and Canada took to ensure that Haiti is not a developed country. All right. Today, January 1st, we're talking about 1803. Today, January 1st, 1804, the General in chief of the indigenous army, accompanied by the generals, chiefs of the army who were summoned in order to take the measures that will ensure the welfare of the country. After having made known to the assembled generals his true intentions, which are to assure forever a stable government for the indigenous of Haiti. This was the plan of the Haitians. The plan of the Haitians was to have, once we declared ourselves independent in 1804, our plan was not to have gangs in Haiti. That was not the plan. Our plan was not to have drugs in Haiti. That wasn't the plan. Our plan was not to import rice in Haiti. That was not the plan. All right. So the plans of the Haitians was what? Let me get back to it. His true intentions, which are to assure forever a stable government for the indigenous of Haiti. His primary objective, which he did in a speech that has been made known to foreign powers, his resolution to make the country independent and to enjoy a liberty. This, you see this word right here? An independent country. The United States of America hate that. They don't like this. What do you mean you want to be an independent country? What do you mean you want to ensure the stability of the Haitian, of the indigenous Haitian? What do you mean? Go ahead, Pete.
So, Lockie, you dropping it so heavy because we could talk about a recent time because you so appreciative. You know what I'm saying? You're saying something all by going west. In recent time, Venezuela is an independent country,
right,
and have an independent president.
Mm-hmm.
So how America end up overriding that independent elected president in Venezuela?
Exactly.
How dare you try to talk independent when I'm at your door?
Right. Yeah, and all that is because of the Monroe Doctrine, which we are going to talk about. You know? His resolution to make the country independent and to enjoy a liberty consecrated by the blood of the inhabitants of this land. And after having taken their advice, have asked that each of the assembled generals take an oath to renounce forever France and to die rather to leave under its dominion. Now, this was the will of the Haitian people. All right. Our will was, before we submit ourselves to France and any other superpowers, we will rather die. All right. That is in our Declaration of Independence. This is 1804. We're going to go over 200 years of history. All right. I'm going to try to condense it in 2 hours. And to fight for independence until their last breath. All right. And to fight for their independence until their last breath. Now, this is one document. This is the Declaration of Independence of Haiti. Now, let's go to the 1805. We're going to leave 1804. We're going to 1805. All right. 1805, May 20th, 1805. Jean-Jacques Dessalines is the emperor of Haiti. All right. 1804, we was just an independent state. Jean-Jacques Dessalines, with his politics, he made Haiti an empire. Why? Because we had our brothers that was enslaved in Jamaica,
that's right,
in Cuba, right, in the other islands, and the plan, we could say, was to extend the independence, not just to stay in Haiti, but to extend it to these other colonies that was, being ruled by France, England, all right, Spain. All right. That's why he made Haiti an empire. All right. So now in the 1805 Constitution, I'm going to read just a few articles. Right. I'm going to read Article 1. The people inhabiting the island formerly called Saint-Domingue, all right, hereby agree to form themselves into a free state, sovereign and independent. Thomas Jefferson did not like this. He did not like this. And I'm going to show you. He didn't like this. The 1805 Constitution, he did not like this. The people inhabiting the island, formerly called Saint-Domingue, hereby agree to form themselves into a free state, sovereign and independent of any other power in the universe. Any other power. It don't matter if we're talking about France, if we're talking about England, if we're talking about the United States of America, if we're talking about Spain, it does not matter. All right? Any power in the universe under the name of Empire of Haiti. All right? That was the name. The Empire of Haiti. Article 2. Slavery is forever abolished. Talking about 1806. Forever. They didn't like that. They didn't like that. What you mean slavery is forever abolished? We got our slaves over here. Thomas Jefferson is looking at this like, this is a problem. We got a problem here. We got these indigenous people, these slaves in Haiti. They kicked the French out. Now they talking about slavery is forever abolished. Go ahead, Pete.
Oh, you're dropping it so heavy because 30 years later, you had the slave rebellion that happened in America. Nat Turner.
Right.
Nat Turner. You try to say Nat Turner didn't know anything about this? Nobody talked about.
Right.
Nobody talked about the Caribbean.
Right.
Nobody. That's what you're trying to tell me.
Right.
You had the Nat Turner rebellion during that time.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you going to tell me what to do with my slave?
Exactly.
That's when they put the provisions in there. So,
yeah, exactly. Slavery is forever abolished.
Forever.
3, the citizens of Haiti are brothers at home, equality in the eyes of the law. All right, so now this is going to talk about us. Now, verse 2, not verse 2, thinking about the Bible. Article 2. This is the article that bothers the United States of America. In Article 12, this is what it says. No white man of whatever nation he may be shall put his foot on this territory with the title of master, proprietor, neither shall he in future acquire any property therein. Let me read it again for the people in the back. No white man of whatever nation he may be, France, Germany, Spain, England, United States of America, it does not matter. If you are a white man of whatever nation he may be, shall put his foot on this territory with the title of master or proprietor, neither shall he in future acquire any property therein. You know what the Haitians did? They created a gate. That's what we did. We created a barrier to protect us from external influence.
So like Thomas Jefferson said, that's racism.
Right.
That's what Thomas Jefferson said.
Right.
In real time.
Mm-hmm.
Literally after when they, you know what I'm saying, they fought off their slave master. And they said, there's no, you know what I mean, there's no, you know what I'm saying, there's no European descendants going to do this again on our soil. And Thomas Jefferson, that's racist. Meanwhile, he's violating black people in America in the same time. But that's racist.
Right. All right. Now let's go to the. All right. So this is 1805, right? 1805. We talk about the Declaration of Independence in 1804. 1805, the Constitution is in place. It is being enforced. 1806, because of the instability that existed in Haiti, the problem with that was due to the mulattoes. We had mulattoes in Haiti, all right? That was a problem of its own. That's a different topic for a different day. I'm going to touch on it briefly so you can understand.
Right.
During the revolution, we had in the indigenous army, we had mulattoes in that army. The mulattoes were children of the French, but they had black mothers. They had Haitian mothers. The problem is that our brothers did not have the truth at the time. There was not ISUPK. they consider them brothers and sisters, right? Because we've created a gate. We've created a gate to keep the white man out of Haiti. But those mulattoes were not Haitians. Pétion was not Haitian. Pétion was a white man, even though he had a black mother or mulatto mother. All right, he was not Haitian, and this is the problem that existed back then and that still exists today. We have a lot of Haitians in Haiti that are not Haitians. Just because your mother is black does not make you Haitian. Just because your mother is Haitian does not make you Haitian. And you have to have the truth to understand this. Those brothers did not have the truth. They did the best that they could with what they have. All right. They believe in the Most High God. They believed in the Bible. All right. So 1806, Jean-Jacques Dessalines is unalive. All right. And Pétion was behind his unaliving. Pétion is a descendant of a Frenchman, a French slave owner. All right. But he fought alongside Jean-Jacques Dessalines in the Revolutionary War because Napoleon in 1802, he sent an army of 40,000 soldiers to reinstate slavery in Haiti because slavery was abolished for about 8 years in 1794. And when I say abolished, it was abolished in a deceptive way. They just took away, slaves, and they put, what's the term they used back then? They used a term, man.
Oh, you told when it was abolished at that time during the war.
Yeah.
Haiti,
what
right?
happened is that France, to understand this, right?
Like an interview.
France,
It's like an interview.
France, Spain, and England, they were at war. They were at war in about 1793. France figured that, man,
in Portugal too.
we cannot, they were at war as well, but mainly for Haiti, it was France, Spain, and England, because they were the one primarily that was fighting for that specific island. We're talking about Haiti. Now, what France did is that they so-called abolished slavery. Why? Because they are going to integrate the black slaves, the former slaves, into the French army. So they so-called abolished slavery in 1794. So from 1794 to 1802, Haiti went through a transformation. It wasn't slavery the way it was prior, but it was still slavery. In 1802, after Toussaint Louverture created a constitution to abolish slavery, but still be under France, all right, Napoleon didn't like that. He didn't like the fact that this Negro that they put as general on this island, they put Toussaint Louverture as the general on the island of Saint-Domingue at the time. Now, Toussaint Louverture, he created this constitution, which is the 1801 constitution. When you have time, you could go read it. All right, I'm not going to go over it tonight. The 1801 constitution, when Toussaint Louverture created that constitution, Napoleon was upset. Because of that, he sent 40,000 soldiers to Haiti to reinstate slavery as it was prior to 1794. So you can have some context, all right? So now we fought against that army. We get our independence. We went over that. November 18, 1803, declared independence in 1804, 1805, came out with the constitution, all right, of the Haitian Empire. 1806 now, Jean-Jacques Dessalines is assassinated. October 17, 1806. He's assassinated because of the division that existed between the mulattoes, the descendant of the Frenchmen, and the blacks. Now, Haiti is divided into two. We have Henri Christophe, who also fought against the French alongside Jean-Jacques Dessalines. He ruled over the north of Haiti. All right. One popular place right now that was under his jurisdiction is Cap Haiti. That's where the Citadel is, right? And Pétion, who is the mulatto that was primarily behind the unaliving of Jean-Jacques Dessalines, he ruled the other side of Haiti. Haiti was split in two. Now, what happened in 1806, aside from Jean-Jacques Dessalines unaliving, coming from the United States of America? Go to 1806, all right, with Thomas Jefferson. Let's read that. All right. Let's go over the restriction against Haiti by Thomas Jefferson. Shalom, y'all. Share the live. Share the live. Type good live. We already got a restriction. We already got a restriction. Oh, BP, for sure, for sure. Thank you, man. Thank you. Want to say good job, bro. Man, it's hard to do this class. It's so much history. To try to do it in 2 hours is hell. I'm telling you. Go over that.
Come. We're gonna in February 1806, the U.S. Congress passed an embargo prohibiting trade with Haiti.
Now, in 1806, this is what Thomas Jefferson did, because they are going to prevent Haiti from growing. They are going to prevent Haiti from gaining any economic power, because we were a strong nation at the time, because we had all the weapons that Napoleon came to Haiti with. Till this day, you go to Haiti, you go to the different forts, you go to Fort Jacques. Fort Jacques is a place in the high mountains in Port-au-Prince. I used to go there all the time when I was a kid. You go to Fort Jacques. See if you could get a picture real quick of Fort Jacques. You go to Fort Jacques, you see all of those cannons. Fort, F like a fort, F-O-R-T, and Jacques, J-A-C-Q-U-E-S. You go to Fort Jacques, you see all of the cannons. You go to Old Cap, you see all of the cannons. You got to remember, England, Spain, France, they were all fighting on that island, all right? They were all fighting on the island. All of those weapons stayed for the indigenous army. This is the reason why we were able to finance, so many revolutions within the Caribbean, because we had so much weapons. All right. This is a picture you could share for Jacques. Type images. Type images. Let me show the people in TikTok. All right, real quick. That's the Citadel. That's for Jacques. This is the Citadel. Nah, this is the Citadel. Why show you the Citadel? The Citadel is so famous. You type Fort Jacques, which is in Port-au-Prince, they show you the Citadel. But
Fort Jacques?
Yeah, Fort Jacques. Yeah, that's it right there. That one. Yeah. Yeah. Man, this is a glorious place, man. I remember when I was a child, I used to go there, and you could see all of the cannons. But anyway, so let's go to what Thomas Jefferson did. All right, you could look at these images on your own time. All right, let's get to that history.
In February 1806, the U.S. government, the U.S. Congress passed an embargo prohibiting trade with Haiti. Trump by President Thomas Jefferson.
Now, this was the president during the time of Jean-Jacques Dessalines' rule over Haiti. All right, while he was alive, Jean-Jacques Dessalines was the emperor of Haiti. All right, now Jean-Jacques Dessalines was unalive in October 17, 1806. Now, he imposed an embargo on Haiti during that time because he did not want. Now, remember, we are going through a civil war in Haiti. Haiti is split between Pétion, all right, in the south, and Christophe in the north. Haiti is split. Now, he's going to weaken the country by imposing an embargo. For what purpose? Keep going.
And Southern slave holders, the ban aimed to
isolate
the newly independent Black Republic.
Now, The reason that he says Black Republic, it's because Haiti was divided between the Republic, because that's what the white people wanted. They wanted a republic. But the Haitians did not want a republic. They never wanted a republic. Dessalines established an empire. And after he wasn't alive, Christophe, he modeled his government after Dessalines, even though he didn't create an empire, but he created a monarchy. He was the first king of Haiti. Jean-Jacques Dessalines was the first emperor, and Henri Christophe modeled his government after Jean-Jacques Dessalines. He created a monarchy, all right? So he was the king. So they didn't focus on the monarchy because they didn't want, the United States of America never wanted Haiti to establish itself as an empire, as a monarchy. They prefer the republic. That's why they even say the republic, because they're not recognizing Haiti's independence at this time.
That's right.
Haiti gained its independence in 1804. Guess when we were recognized by the United States of America? Take a guess, Pete.
Oh no.
1804 is when we got our independence. Take a guess how long it took. 20, 30, 40?
No, like that in the 1900s.
Okay, that's way too far. 1862. 1862. So that's what, 58 years. 58 years later is when Haiti was recognized by the United States of America. So you have to imagine, for 50-something years, we have an embargo, all right? They are not allowing us to trade, and they are sending their spies. They are doing all manner of evil to prevent Haiti from progressing as a nation, to prevent Haiti from gaining any economic power. Keep going.
Oh, God. Deny its legitimacy and prevented anti-slavery revolution.
Preventing anti-slavery revolutions. This was the main reason, really, because that's why they did not even recognize it. They say it's not legitimate. This country, this empire, this monarchy, this republic, whatever y'all trying to do over there, this is not legitimate. Why? Because there's a bunch of slaves running it. There's no way this is legitimate, because they wanted to prevent the spread of anti-slavery revolutions. They wanted to prevent it. Why? Because 1806, there is still slaves right here in the United States of America.
That's right.
That didn't stop until what? 1862, right?
A little bit,
1865.
1865
with Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. 1865 was on this side, as they call it, so in the northern part. The Juneteenth happened 2 years later.
Right. That was 1865.
After the fact, after the fact. So it's like 1860.
Check it real quick.
1868, because that's after.
Check it real quick. Double check. All right. After they killed the emperor, we spent more than 50 years. Can't talk about him. Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact. And then Suluk, all right, Suluk reinstated the empire, all right, in the what, 50s, 60s, right? So that's a fact what you just stated. All right, because you gotta remember, right? There was a war, and that's the problem. That's a separate class, but this is the problem with us as a people. We have to understand, not everybody that's in Haiti are Haitians. I think with the unaliving of President Jovenel Moïse, we should understand that today. With the unaliving of President Jovenel Moïse, he was attacking a lot of people who are so-called Haitians, but their families are from Syria. Their families are from Lebanon, but they've been in Haiti since the 1800s. So we accept them as Haitians, but they are not Haitians. They are not. They speak Creole, they dance compas, they eat, tasso and black rice, but they are not Haitians. And those people back in 1806, they had a problem with the black generals. It was a clash, all right? And the United States of America and France, they profited from it. All right. What you got for me?
Oh yeah, come. This is the Juneteenth right here, and this is what I was getting at right here. When the
Read it. Read the entire thing.
Juneteenth, officially Juneteenth, National Independence Day, in a U.S. federal holiday celebrating on June 19th.
Mm-hmm.
It commemorates June 19th, 1865, when Major General Gordon.
Right. So that's right. That's what I thought. He arrived in Texas, right, in 1865. So it was done, like you are correct, but the date is wrong. It's 1865 when he arrived in Texas, but it was really done prior up north in, I believe, 62 or 63. But he arrived in Texas in 65.
Yeah,
all right.
It's a lot because Texas was the capital of the Confederates.
Right.
That's when, you know what I mean? That's when, because it was Texas the one that say we're not part of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
We are independent from the U.S.
Right.
And that's when, you know what I'm saying? Because Texas was the capital of the Confederate. That's what happens.
Right. Let's get back to Thomas Jefferson.
Come.
All right, 1806. Then we're gonna jump to 1803 and what they did, what the devil King Charles, what he did with Haiti. Read that real quick.
Come. And prevented anti-revolution, anti-slavery revolution from inspiring enslaved people in the United States.
So now, what are the read these real quick, right?
Come.
The causes of the embargo.
Come. Cause of the embargo, fear of rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
American slave owners worry that a successful free black nation.
Stop right there. American slave owners worry that a successful free black nation will spark uprising in the U.S. This is the reason why Haiti is destroyed today. Right here, what we are reading from 1806, all right, that Thomas Jefferson enforced in 1806 to put an embargo on us. What was the reason? The reason is that we cannot have a successful black nation. So when you see Haiti going through all the chaos, you see all the gang violence, you see all the drugs, you see all the unaliving in Haiti, you have to understand this origin. The origin goes all the way back to 1806. It goes all the way back to the embargo that the United States of America imposed on us. That is before France even imposed the indemnity debt on us in 1825. That is what, 19 years prior to that, because they did not want a successful black nation. They don't want Haiti to be successful. The United States of America does not want Haiti to be successful. Ask Thomas Jefferson.
Right.
Keep going.
Come. Diplomatic pressure. France pushed foreign nations to quarantine Haiti and refuse recognition of its independence.
All right. They push foreign nations to quarantine Haiti. That means to isolate Haiti. Isolate Haiti. Do not trade with Haiti because we don't want them to prosper. We don't want them. Remember, with the United States, they didn't want Haiti to be a successful nation. So we're going to have to isolate that country. We're going to have to keep it from preventing. Right now, I see Black Americans. They go into Haiti, Officer Paratazar, and they are showing, the poor condition, the roads. They are like, look, what have y'all been doing since 1804? Look at the condition. Look at all the garbage. Look at all the trash. It is due to the United States of America, dummy. That's why we have not progressed as a nation. We have not progressed as a nation because of the U.S., because of France, because of Canada. And you can read about it. It is historical. This is not things that we are making up. This is things that is documented. Go ahead, Pete.
Oh no, you dropping it so heavy, and you know what I'm saying, the Black American, the African American, you know what I'm saying, the Foundation American, acting like that's not what we said, you know what I'm saying, said to the Haitians, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans when they came to America. Right. America going to destroy your country. This is how America is. Right. You know what I mean? Since when the brothers come to play baseball on what do you call it, the black leagues. Right. When the Cubans came, right. And they told the Cuban brothers, yo, don't go outside because this is happening. The Cuban brothers thought we was lying until they went outside and got lynched. You know what I mean? We've been saying that, no, we're not Black Americans. That's what, you know what I mean? That's what we was always pushing that. Like, no, this is how the American white man gets down. Right. This is what he do. This is what he do. And a lot of our brothers and sisters don't want to respect that. When we say, hey, we're gonna, that's what the big thing that they're talking about. Yo, why are you voting for Donald Trump? Donald Trump is these people. But if you want to get down like that, that's how it is. But we always say, do not, you know what I mean? Do not expect that this man going to do something for your people. Because right. They're going to destroy you. Then say, can we do something for you? Right. Right. Yeah, damn right, priest. Where we at? The monetary pressure. Diplomatic pressure. No, diplomatic pressure. We read that. Read racist anxiety. Racist anxiety. White lawmakers fear political and social change. Try to the end of colonial slavery. All right. So the white lawmakers, they fear that there is going to be a change if we recognize Haiti as an independent country. If we allow these people to rule themselves, if we allow them to trade, all right, they already have an island that is fertile. They can export so much out of Haiti. They can export cacao, they can export sugar, they can export rice, they can export all of these goods that we were already exporting to France. All of the riches of Haiti was already going to France, was already going to Spain. It was the #1 island. That was the pearl of the Antilles. That's right. That was feeding Spain. That was feeding France. And England very short. England influence in Haiti was very short. All right. But nonetheless, they oppressed us. All right. They were in Haiti. All right. So they did not want that. They did not want us. They didn't want us to progress as a nation. Now let's go to Monroe Doctrine in 1823. All right. We're going to skip some years and I can't go over every single thing. The Monroe Doctrine. All right. All right. Come. Monroe Doctrine. Now remember, Haiti get its independence in 1804. Now we are influencing the other islands. All right. We are influencing the other islands, influencing Venezuela, influencing Cuba, even influencing the United States of America, because words is going around. All right. The words is going around, even though the U.S. is trying to prevent us from growing as a nation. But all of the other islands, all of the other so-called slaves at the time, they are learning about their brothers that fought against slavery. So now, go ahead, read the Monroe Doctrine. Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine is a U.S. foreign policy established by President James Monroe in 1823. It stated that the Western Hemisphere was off limits. Off limits. All right. We only use that in the UPK for sisters, for married sisters. You know what I'm saying? She's off limit.
Now, what James Monroe, what he tried to enforce, right, which he did, right, is that these land in the Americas belong to the United States of America. That's the translation, basically. All right. Basically, the translation is that these slaves belong to us in the U.S. Do not come over here because Venezuela belong to us, Haiti belong to us. You know, all of these islands belong to us. All right, read that again.
Khan. Monroe Doctrine is a U.S. foreign policy established by President James Monroe in 1823. It states that the Western Hemisphere,
the entire Western Hemisphere, all right, North, South, and Central America, go ahead,
was off limits.
It is off limits to all of you other white people that's trying to come over here and take over our slaves. Keep going.
To new European colonization, and that any European,
that means, you know what's crazy? To any new European colonization. You know what that means? Only us, the United States of America, can colonize these hemisphere. We are the only people who can colonize this hemisphere. This is important. This is going to come and play in the 1900s. All right. I'm reading this now because I'm trying to go in chronology, but the Monroe Doctrine is what they going to use in the early 1900s, and we're gonna go over it. Go ahead, Pete.
Oh no, you dropping it so heavy because you got the Louisiana Purchase. You got the when they say the America in the Spanish War, that's when the, you know what I'm saying, the European the European white man from England was kicking out the Spaniard white man out of America and all over. And all, you know what I mean, and all over the South and Central and South and Central America. This was going on during that time.
Right.
That's why we can look up and say, what year did America invaded Venezuela?
Right.
What year did, you know what I'm saying, America invaded Puerto Rico to kick out those Europeans on this side of the hemisphere?
And this is biblical too. That what you're saying is so heavy. This is biblical. This is in the book of Daniel. It shows you how the little horn, the little horn uprooted all the other superpowers, and that little horn is America. They uprooted France. They uprooted Spain. They uprooted England out of America. They are that little horn. All right, and Haiti played an instrumental part of it when you mentioned the Louisiana Purchase, because we are the reason why Napoleon went bankrupt, because all of those 40,000 soldiers with all of the cannon, all of the weapons, everything that they didn't go back with weapons. This island did not allow them to go back with weapons. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them was unalive. Yellow fever alone, the sun alone unalived these white people. The sun alone. This is why, let me read this for you real quick. This is why Jacques Dessalines said this in the Declaration of Independence, right? He said this. He said, what do we have in common with these executioners, their cruelty compared to our patient moderation, their color with ours, the vast expanse of the sea that separate us, our avenging climate. Why? Because the climate alone, the climate in Haiti alone avenged us. It avenged us. So Napoleon, he lost. He lost a lot, you know, messing with them Haitians. And that's why we're trying to tell you, Donald Trump, stop messing with the Haitians. Leave the Haitians alone. Why? Because the Haitians are God's chosen people. All right? Leave God's chosen people alone. And not just the Haitians, all of our brothers. All right? All of our brothers. The Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, the Jamaicans, all right? Black Americans, all right? Leave us the hell alone. Venezuelans, leave us alone, man, because we are God's chosen people. And the Most High God is going to destroy you for not leaving us alone. It's going to happen. All right? Keep reading that.
let me see, hemisphere was off limited to new European colonization, and that any European influence in the Americas would be viewed as a hostile act.
Any influence in the Americas will be viewed as a hostile act. This is important, right? This is 1803. Almost 100 years later, this Monroe Doctrine is going to come into effect in Haiti. Almost 100 years later. All right, we going in chronological order, so I'll stop right here. Let's see if we need anything here. We'll stay out of European wars. No new colonies. European nation could not create new colonies in North or South America. U.S. neutrality. The United States promised not to get involved in internal European world politics. And they such liars. Go ahead, Pete.
Salakia, sir. And that's going on for World War I and World War II.
Right.
America wasn't down with none of that stuff.
Right, right.
And that's how they got forced. That's what they said. America was forced into the war because of Japanese. But America said, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? The Queen of England is getting bombed.
Right.
I don't care about none of that stuff. That's what they talking about. They never got involved with none of them.
Right. So now let's go to the devil, King Charles.
Oh.
All right. So this is 1823. Now we're going to go to 1825. Read that for me real quick. You had King Charles. You didn't have it? Let me see. Oh, that Juneteenth. Did you close it? Not this one.
This year, this is
But there you go, right there.
Yep.
All right. Read that.
Come.
Read it. Start reading it first before you share it,
Oh,
right? So we could move.
Come.
While I'm explaining it, you could share it. All right. Remember that. Let's go.
In 1825, French King Charles X forced Haiti to agree to a crushing indemnity of 150 million French.
All right. 150 million francs. This is what they imposed on Haiti. Now, remember, Haiti just came from a civil war with Henri Christophe and Pétion. All right. Henri Christophe was unalive in 1820. So now Haiti is a republic. From 1820 to 1825, Haiti is a republic. Now, in 1825, they imposed this debt on us. This is a debt that France imposed on us. So when you see the Haitians in the United States of America, remember, initially in 1804, our will was not to go to France. You know how many Haitians live in France today? That wasn't our will. You know how many Haitians live in the United States of America today? All of it is because of what the United States have done and what France, including Canada, all right, New France, have done to the Haitian people. Now, how were they able to impose this debt on Haiti? Keep going.
Khan, backed by warships.
Backed by what?
Warships.
Backed by warships. All right. They sent warships into Haiti. Remember, from 1806 all the way to 1825, we are isolated. All right. The progress that we could have had for those, 22 years? What is it? 1804, 1825, 21 years. The progress that we could have had for those 21 years, we didn't have it because we were isolated. We had an embargo on us. So they weakened us as a country. That's exactly what they did for 20 years. Not only did we have our internal problems in Haiti dealing with the mulattoes and the blacks, now we have foreign countries that are imposing their embargo on us, weakening us for 20 years. So now, after 20 years, and then we went and helped. That's another class that I got to do. We went and helped other Latin countries to gain their independence. So by 1825, Haiti was not as strong as it was in 1804 when we first gained our independence. This is why when you see in 1810, Christophe, right, who was the first king of Haiti, he was prepared to go to war with France again. He said, let them come. He said, let them come because we are not going to submit to France dominion. So from 1804 all the way, I could say, to 1820, we had some level of strength, but it was being weakened. All right. Every year it was being weakened because of what Thomas Jefferson did in 1806. All right. And what France was doing during that same time. Because what did they say? They quarantined Haiti. They isolated Haiti. All right. They had the other superpowers not trade with us. Keep going. Read that.
This extortion required Haiti to pay former slaveholders for their loss of property.
For their loss of property. So you got to understand, we never got any reparation from being unalive, from being great, from working for free for centuries. We never got any reparation for that, but we had to pay France reparation. Keep going.
In exchange, the diplomatic recognition, saddling the nation with multitude generational debt.
Multi-generational debt. All right. Why does it say that? The debt that they imposed on us, some people don't understand. You know, you will hear that France put a debt on us. You know, you will hear people say it. But in order to pay that debt, you know what we had to do as a country? We had to take loan from who? From France.
Oh, for France. Come.
We had to take a loan from France banks in order to pay that loan. So it became a double debt. Not only do we have to pay the 150 million, but we have to borrow the money from the bank and pay it back with interest.
That's right.
This is how diabolical our oppressors are. This is how they manage for generations. This is why it says multi-generational debt. This is how they manage to weaken our country, man. They managed to weaken Haiti when the generals who give us our independence, I read it already from the Declaration of Independence, they had another plan. They had a different plan. This is why in the ISUPK we tell you, man, we cannot prosper as a nation. Go to Lamentation chapter 5. We cannot prosper as a nation without God, man. We can try to do it. The Haitians, we try to do it. We try. The Jamaicans, they try. With the Maroons in Jamaica, we tried. Many years, man, many times, our people, we fought against slavery. But guess what? We are still being oppressed today. We had to buy our own debt and then pay it back. This is in Lamentation. Read Lamentation 5. Start at verse 1.
Lamentation.
BP. Hey, shalom, brother.
Lamentation, chapter 5, verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us. Consider and hold our reproach. Verse 2. Our inhabitants is turned to strangers. Our house to aliens.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Right now, with everything that the United States and France and Canada have been doing in Haiti for 200 years. All right. Shalom Adawan Yabashim Yashabakata. Going to end the class. Where we at? We in Lamentation? Let's read that scripture in Lamentation. We're gonna end the class. I'll do a part 2 of this class, but we have an emergency with the generals. The generals show take precedence, all right, and we have to take care of this, all right. So we're gonna end the class with the scripture. Keep going.
Lamentation chapter 5, verse 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our house to aliens.
Keep going.
Verse 3. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows.
And this is exactly the state that we are in today as a nation, man. As a people. We are in this state right now. Read verse 4.
Come. Verse 4. We have drunken our water for money.
We have drunken our water for money. This is the debt that they put on us. We got to buy our own water. And guess what? We got to use the enemy's money to buy our water. The water that belongs to us in Haiti. We depend on France now. We depend on the banks from France in order to buy our own water. This is how this debt, people don't understand the debt that King Charles imposed on Haiti, this indemnity debt that they imposed on Haiti, how it destroyed us as a nation. We never recovered from it. To the point that in 2004, when Jean-Bertrand Aristide was fighting to get reparation, they gave him a coup d'etat. You know, he's lucky he wasn't unalive like Jovenel Moïse.
That's right.
They gave him a coup d'etat and shipped him to, I believe, South Africa. Keep reading.
Come. Our wood is sold unto us.
Our wood is sold unto us. This is the position that they put us in. All right. With that, we're gonna end the class. The general's class is going to start at 9 o'clock. All right. Go to YouTube. The Real Commanding General Yohana, is that the channel? The Real Commanding General Yohana, so you can watch the general's class. It's unfortunate I gotta clip the class, so we'll do a part 2. All right, and we'll take it from there. With that, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua Brakatam, Yahweh Shemor Alatam Ba'Hashem Yahushua. Yeah, people.